evening everyone. I am Priyanka and this is my friend Abdul Rahman. He is pursuing his final year of BE EC at KCT College of Technology. To add something very remarkable about Abdul, Abdul is the secretary of Rotary Club of KCT College of Technology, and as a blood donor, he volunteers for many social events. Abdul's father passed away due to COVID and his mother is a housewife. His family is being supported by his aged grandfather. His twin brother is doing BEEC at St. Joseph College of Engineering.
Hello, let me introduce Priyanka, who is currently in her third year BEEE at Laila ICAM College of Engineering and Technology. Priyanka is an excellent student who has bagged quite a few awards and cash prizes for spectacular academic performance at college and university level. To add a feather to her cap, she is a great basketball player. Priyanka is supported only by her mother, who works in a small-scale industry. Her younger sister is studying 11th standard.
It's an absolute privilege to stand before you, celebrating the incredible journey and impact of our foundation. Today, we gathered here not only to celebrate our accomplishments, but also to envision a brighter future ahead.
I take great pleasure in welcoming all of you to this event, to this annual day, a day dedicated to commemorating the milestones of every member of the Sugun Thomas Foundation family. It is indeed heartwarming to see many new faces here, along with steadfast supporters of the STF over the years. Before we begin, I would like to request all of you to kindly turn off your mobile phones and be present for the next 1 hour.
Today marks the 18th annual day of Sugun Thomas Foundation, a lighthouse for many lives in memory of Mr. Sugun Thomas. Let us stand together and observe few moments of silence as we remember and acknowledge Mr. Sugun Thomas, whose memory has lit up the lives of hundreds of boys and girls today. Thank you. Kindly be seated. Let's get started with our events with the words of welcome. I now invite Swati, who is doing a BE Computer Science 3rd year at Meenakshi College of Engineering, to welcome the gathering. Swati studied in St. Anthony's High Secondary School and was school's 3rd topper in a 12th grade. Her father works as a security and her mother works as a housekeeper.
Greetings to one and all present here. I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you on this momentous occasion of the 18th annual day of the Sugun Thomas Foundation. Today we come together to celebrate our successes, share some stories, and express our profound gratitude for the blessings we have received. A special welcome goes out to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Arun Mani, the Managing Director and CEO of Veritas Finance. We are deeply honored by your presence on this auspicious day. And we also warmly welcome Mrs. Arun Mani to our function. Our heartfelt appreciation and warm welcome also go to our generous benefactors and donors, whose unwavering support has been the bedrock of this foundation. Without their contribution, none of our achievements would have been possible. To our dedicated mentors, your love, care and guidance have played a pivotal role in our journey. We salute you and warmly welcome you. We are honored to have with us Reverend Dr. B. Jayaraj S.J., Secretary and Correspondent of Loyola College, Reverend Dr. A. Louis Orokeraj S.J., Principal of Loyola College, Father Justin S.J., Dean of Lisset, Father Pundi Rajan, and Father Bosco Augustine from Yelagiri. We extend a warm welcome to them. and warm welcome are also extended to the principals and management of our partner schools and colleges. Your partnership has been invaluable. To our guests, mentors, and well-wishers, some of whom have joined us from different corners of the world via live stream, we welcome you with open hearts. It's a great pleasure to see the growing number of our alumni present here today. You are our role model and your success is a testament to the impact of this foundation. Welcome. Dear students, you are the most important members of the Sugun Thomas Foundation, and you and I are the reasons for this joyous gathering. A hearty welcome to each one of you. Finally, a very warm and appreciative welcome to the trustees and management committee of Sugun Thomas Foundation. You are the pillars that hold this foundation strong, and we are truly grateful for your dedication and commitment. Once again, a hearty welcome to every one of you. Thank you for being a part of this special day. Thank you.
Thank you, Swati. That was a warm welcome. Stories have the power to bridge gaps, inspire change, and connect hearts, leaving a lasting impact on our lives. Let's now hear it from Jayaprakash, who's doing his MBBS final year at Government Mohan Kumaramangalam College, Salem. Jayaprakash's father passed away and his mother works as a tailor and supports his family. His elder sister completed her PG in Government College and is preparing for government exam. Jayaprakash has recently won first place in debate competition conducted at Salem Book Fair and has won second place in Tamil poem competition held at Salem Medical College. Life's journey are enriched with a unique blend of challenges and opportunities that shape our path. I welcome Jayaprakash to share his life experience.
Good evening to ladies and gentlemen. Today I am here to share with you a story of determination, hope, and the incredible impact that an organization like Sugun Thomas Foundation can have on the life of a student like myself. My journey to where I stand today was not a smooth one. I came from a family of background where my father was only support, but he passed away during my higher studies. It was a crucial period for me. I faced the uphill task of clearing the NEET exam. During my preparation, the only thought in my head was to get a merit list, then only it will be worthy for my sponsorship. I scoured website and advertisement for my financial support, but my search seemed fruitless. The future looked bleak and I had almost given up hope. But then, one day, by what can only describe a God grace, I stumbled upon a radio program that changed my life. I called the number provided and they connected me to Sugun Thomas Foundation. And Gina ma'am and Susan ma'am interviewed me and selected me to the Sugun Thomas Foundation. That moment was a turning point in my life. Sugun Thomas Foundation did not just offer a financial support for me. They embraced me with love and determination to achieve my dreams. Their support covered my educational expenses, and with that, my burden lifted. I was able to concentrate on my studies, my goal of pursuing an MBBS degree. On this journey, I was not alone. I had an unwavering support of my mother, who was working as a tailor, who worked tirelessly to ensure that our family needs were met. She played a significant role in my success. But the story doesn't end here. During my tough periods in my degree, I had an incredible mentor, Dr. Karthik sir, who supported in all my ups and down processes. He provided not just a guidance, but motivation and encouragement that were instrumental in keeping me on path to my dreams. My future plans are very clear. I aspire to become a general physician. If possible, I will do my super specialty degree in cardiology. One of my significant aspirations is to join hands with Sugun Thomas Foundation to help students who are going through the similar struggles that I once faced. The support and love they provided me have inspired me to pay it forward, to be a beacon of hope for others, just as STF was to me. In conclusion, I want to extend deepest gratitude to Susan ma'am and the foundation, my mentor Dr. Karthik sir, my family for their invaluable contribution to my journey. With their help and my determination, I am on the path to realizing my dreams and helping others do the same. Together we can make a difference, and I look forward to their bright future with immense hope and gratitude. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jayaprakash, for inspiring us with your powerful story. I would like to quote Walt Disney's, "Dreams can become reality when we possess a vision, a plan, and the courage to chase that vision with action." I take great pleasure in inviting our secretary, Susan Thomas ma'am, to deliver the annual report of our foundation.
Good evening, everyone. It's so lovely to see you all here today. I would especially like to welcome and thank my dear friend and old colleague, Mr. Arul Mani, to be here this evening as the chief guest. To the children, I must tell you that Mr. Arul Mani is a true role model of how to succeed in the corporate world and yet remain the same humble, caring and unassuming person that he is. In just 8 short years, he has grown his company Veritas from nothing to a 5,000 crore company. It's truly marvelous. Thank you for being here. Manoj Paul, our donor and friend, the person who replaced Sugun at Heat and Control Incorporated, has grown Heat and Control beyond imagination. He was to travel abroad, but made the time to be here today and share a few words. Thanks so much for being here. UP Asher and Dr. Karthik, two of our mentors, one from Bangalore, the other one from Salem, who Jayaprakash also talked about. They have come all the way just to be with us here today. We're so grateful for them. And the other nice thing about today is that some of our children from outstation, from Bangalore, can I have those who come from Bangalore? Yeah, Yasmin, and Angel, and Nancy are here today with us. They come all the way from Bangalore just to be with us. And our children from Salem. Of course, we all heard Dr. Jayaprakash. We also have with us 3 Moses, Imran, and Ravi, right? Yeah. Okay. 3 of them, they are studying nursing and they have also come all the way from Salem to be with us. So, one parent has also come to accompany them. Thank you for coming. It's been 18 years now. When we were discussing this foundation in my living room 18 years ago, this was not what we had envisioned or could even begin to hope for. It has been quite a journey thus far. And at every step of the way, we've had the grace of God to guide us through. Let me take you through the details of the year that went by. This year, 23-24, 38 new children were selected, in addition to the existing 88 children. So we have a total of 126 children who are being educated right now. They come from Chennai, Salem, Coimbatore, Pondicherry, Vellore, Villupuram, Kanchipuram, Yelagiri, Bangalore and Kerala. Wow. There was a time when we just had 2 from Chennai. So the total number of STF beneficiaries from 2005 to 2023, which includes the current 126 and 271 alumni, amounts to 397 beneficiaries. Not yet 400 though. Out of the 38 children we selected this year, we have several stars. Nearly 10 of them have come in the top 3 in their respective schools, which are the corporation schools or the government-aided schools. Out of these students who we have here, who we've selected, 6 of them go to the prestigious College of Engineering, Guindy, Anna University. We have 2 children who belong to the Irula community, you know, the most backward. And they are also part of our foundation and they have joined for agriculture studies and nutrition studies. So we are so happy that they also are part of our beneficiaries. Our management committee member Gina has done an amazing job in selecting 38 children. And you know, it's not just an easy selection process. You go through the interview, then we go and see the parents, we go to their homes. So congratulations to all the new children who have joined STF, and we are so grateful to have you in our family. We are always proud to say that the USP of STF is our mentoring process. This year, we have added 15 new mentors for our children, so to make the total number of mentors an impressive 68. With more medical and paramedical students in our fold, we are happy that 3 of our new mentors are doctors. And with COVID, we now have a lot of mentors who are outside India as well. And I know many of you are watching live on stream, so a big shout out to all of you for being wherever you are. Thank you. Because helping these children get the advice that they would not get from anybody else, not from their parents, not from their families. These mentors are there to help them understand what their studies are, where to go forward, what to look for. And so we are really grateful to all our mentors, and Sashi, our great mentoring head. Thank you so much, Sashi, for all the work that you do. Now, this year we had a mentor-mentee meet, not just in Chennai, but also in Bangalore, thanks to UP, where the mentors and mentees came together, discussed what are the events, the kind of situations that we face and how we can get over them. This year we also had a special thing. We had, for the first time, Sugun Thomas Foundation had an intern. We had an intern from Ashoka University who helped us with our mentoring program. Rahel, thank you for being our first intern. This year Sashi has also introduced wishing our children a happy birthday on their birthdays. So today it's the birthdays of Tulsi and Dhanushya. So very happy birthday to you. I know you're in Pondicherry and in Bangalore and not here, but if you're watching, happy birthday to you. Most of you have received the beautiful newsletters that we bring out at periodic intervals, right? To give you updates about the foundation. Now Jay Chandra, where's Jay Chandra? A very talented young student is instrumental for designing all those newsletters. He has been, he's a really star pupil with a CGPA of 9.35 in his 7th semester. And he's always been the department topper, and yet he finds time. He finds time to give us, do this. So Jay Chandra, please come forward. I would like Arul to please hand over a gift to him of our appreciation for this wonderful work for together. Thanks, sir. Our management committee, Ravi Shankar, he is the one who has been instrumental for all these communication things that we have, these newsletters, and he's also been instrumental for the placements that we've had. He's conducted, unfortunately he's not here today, but his sister-in-law is here, in case. Yeah. He has conducted career guidance meetings with the final year students aimed at providing advice and information, and 27 of our children passed out this year, and their placements have been quite spectacular. Companies ranging from Nielsen IQ, ICICI, Cognizant, Wood PLC, Car Technology, Federal Bank, Accenture, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Wells Fargo, Park Hotels, you name it, they have been placed over there, and with salaries ranging from 4 lakhs to 12 lakhs per annum for freshers. It's just been amazing. So thanks to Ravi and for all the wonderful work also done by the students. Out of our 4 medical students, 3 will be completing this year. You all heard Jay Prakash, our first medical student from Government College Salem. We have 2 BDS students also from Salem, and we also have our first veterinary doctor. All of them are from Salem, and Jay Prakash came. So we're very, and I must say a word about our veterinary doctor, Vignesh. He's been selected for an overseas external program at Oklahoma State University, USA. So it's a great ride for him, and he's so excited. He was here actually at the mentor meet, but today he couldn't come. So big hand to all these children who have overcome so many challenges and have reached these heights. We're so proud of you all. And finally, the reason why STF is so impactful, our alumni. We have over 200 of them. 80% of them are gainfully employed and making a huge impact on their circumstances and lives in the communities around them. Our alumni are caring, strong, and do not forget where they have come from. Our Alumni Association has conducted several community outreach programs which John will talk to you about, and they have done it in various schools, and these motivational sessions are addressed to children who were like them. So it's been such an impactful initiative by our alumni. We also had a very fun-filled alumni day to connect and reconnect all the alumni together. And Sudakshna, there you are. She's the head of our alumni, and she has been really responsible for getting all of them together. And of course, we have several success stories among our alumni. Let me tell you about Reena. Now, Reena is a name that all of you may hear always, because she's our very first student. Our first student, Reena, the young 16-year-old of 2005 from Presidency School, who we supported through College of Engineering, Gitti, is now in her latest job, which she joined just last Monday, a senior design associate at Mercedes-Benz Research and Development Unit. She is the mother of 2 boys and is happily settled in Bangalore with her husband. She jet sets to Japan and France, and now Germany is her next destination. And then we have Divya, who's in England. We have Monica in the Gulf. We have Korean in Australia. We have Nirmala in Singapore. The list is increasing, and it's just amazing. We have Jiva. Where's Jiva? Jiva has just bought his new car. He was a student of 2018. He passed out from STF, and today he's a proud owner of a car. And then, we have become grandparents several times over because our children have had children, and our latest is Peryasamy, who's had a baby girl. And then, of course, we are also in-laws because our children keep getting married, and now Anu has recently got married. So you can see that our alumni have also grown all over the world, and we're so happy about all this happening. And I want to, at this point, specifically mention that this doesn't happen by STF alone. Many organizations have helped us in our journey, and Oracle is one of them. For the last 3 years, Oracle has been providing our children with soft skills training programs, and almost 11 sessions they do for us on a regular basis. And Kamal and Ria have been instrumental in taking this forward with Oracle, and we're so grateful to them. Another major initiative this year was from the Sukha Education Foundation, led by Kavya Ramachandran and Sanjana Vijay. This foundation was very important for us because they conducted English classes for our children at MCC school every week for 6 months. And more than the proficiency in the language that it gave our children, which it did, it also instills so much confidence, in the children. And a lot of them, I'm sure, will tell us and tell you also about how this program has helped them immensely. A to Z Creativity, led by Maitli Shan Katari Libby, organized a theatre production, Beauty and the Beast, and donated the proceeds to us. So it's just amazing how these organizations have come together to help us in various ways. Of course, there are several donor organizations which have also helped us, But I'm not going to talk about them because the treasurer will talk about them. So at this juncture, looking back at the 18 long years that we have had, you might wonder if creating STF took a lot of time and effort and so on. But the truth is, no, actually it didn't. We started, when you start doing something good for the first child, then the next child follows, and then the next child, and the next child, and it just happens. It's not that it's much, it actually becomes effortless. It actually becomes effortless when you're doing good. That is how it has worked out in STF. The stories that we've heard today are just not the successes of individual students. They are really a testament to the transformative power of education and the ripple effect it can create in communities. As we wrap up, I just want to leave one thought with you. Anyone can make a difference. Anyone. Each one of us has the ability to contribute, to start a foundation, and to be a catalyst for positive change. An easy example are our own alumni. John, Jayashree, Bhuvanesh, all of them have given back to the foundation. They have become donors. So let this be an invitation to everyone here, an encouragement to recognize the potential within ourselves to be change makers. You don't need much. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need big titles. You just need to want to do this. Sugun Thomas, by his death, inspired us to start this. And now let's continue to sow the seeds of education, nurture dreams, and watch these children blossom into a future where every student has the opportunity to thrive. Thank you so much for being part of this journey.
Thank you, Susan, ma'am. That was a bountiful report of success. I'm so glad to be a part of this story. I now invite Mr. John Douglas from the Alumni Committee, who is a BCom ICWA graduate, who is currently working at CPCL, Chennai. He is an active member of the Alumni Committee. Get prepared to be inspired by John Douglas.
So good evening to one and all present here. It's so good because I'm starting after Susan ma'am's speech, because all the listeners will be tuned to the good listen. So thank you so much, ma'am. It's always been a great pleasure to be part of this alumnus STF Foundation annual day always. And I'm also equally proud to recognize myself as an Liolite alumnus of this prestigious institution where I'm standing right now. I became a member of STF family way back 2013, a decade ago, where my empty skies has been lighted up with ever-shining moons and twinkling stars. Having completed my BCom and qualified with Cost and Management Accountant, I'm currently working as an Assistant Manager Finance in Chennai Petroleum Corporation Limited, which is group of Indian Oil Corporation. We have successfully conducted our alumni formations, which has happened the last year, which was a great initiative which we took. So I thank STF management, trustees, and our good heading person who's just sitting right to my eye. So the STF alumni body is strongly built on the same foundational value which STFs carry out for all these decades. In no way we just deviated from this. We have met our alumni online during the COVID time and in person this year, which had a tremendous impact on all the alumni, all alumni family also. We had a fun and fulfillment days where we had, which made us to get emotionally connected with each one of us and made us to bond each other in all our activities of the alumni which we are carrying out throughout the year. Then where we had STF management met their children's, we grandchildren, their in-laws, everyone. And the days has been ended with the big memories in each one of us. We have successfully conducted our first outreach program for the student community. We had a section in General Karyappa School and Mary Clubwala schools, where the students are just mirror of ourselves. They are from the same background where we were before the years. They are from the family of background where the financial is not sound much. They are from the victims of domestic abuse also. We met them. We had around 5 to 8 sections for the year, which made a great change. I'd like to quote, you will know that what changes has been made. One of the students from General Karyappa, name is Sangeeta. She's sitting right there, you can see her. She's one of the students of the school where we addressed. She got good marks and she's got the best student award for the academic year. The best thing is, when she was talking about the achievement, she said that it couldn't be possible without the help of the teachers and headmaster of the school, and in addition to that, the STF. The people who inspired me and seeded the thing that we can grow and achieve anything, even there is no any obstacles or means whatever. She's made that statement which made us so happy and inspired us that what we are doing something making sense. At last, what we do is not measured by the things you did, it's measured by what the output we receive, right? So it's what it's made it. In continuing our outreach community program, this year we are approaching a school called Assumption Matriculation Schools, where we had our last month first sections. Hope we do the same magic this time again to the students of the Assumption School. We are also particularly proud of our alumni who are donors, mentors. So happy to see them getting part of all the ways to the STF. At this moment, I'd like to introduce the people who are strong pillar for this alumni associations. People sitting to my left and right. Just please stand up for a while. I just kindly request you to give a big round of applause for them. Whatever read out, right? It is maybe just few lines, but these are the people who made it possible in the real world. So I extend my sincere thanks and support for this. Then I want to quote the words said by Rocky Balboa. He's a fictional character by our Hollywood star Sylvester Stallone. If I can change and you can change, everybody can change. I was changed by STF. You are changed by STF. Everybody can change. That's what we STF trying to do to the society for the anything. Last but not least, I would like to thank on behalf of our alumni to our STF management, trustees, mentors and donors. It is not for the monetary support. I tell you what. So we people came from different backgrounds, different circumstances. We have grown up. We have different characteristics. The moment we joined STF, the moment we started the process of transformation, which give us the common characteristics, like being humble, being generous, being faithful towards the means we receive. So what I'm trying to convey here is, it's not STF just lifting economically in the society. They're just lifting as a human being. So that's what we do. We always. So thank you everyone for making this day even more wonderful than we imagined. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. John Douglas, for those words of inspiration and motivation which kindle us to follow in your footsteps. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Verghese, the Treasurer of Sugun Thomas Foundation, to deliver his report on the growth of the foundation.
Sorry. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our esteemed guests, speakers, and everybody else. We all know each other for many years now. I'll just try to make this report as short as possible because I think most of you should hear from everybody else. But there's one thing I think that has changed over the last 3 to 4 years. It's very different. That's the growth of the foundation. Not many of you may realize that we have actually grown by more than 70 to 80% from what we were 4 years back. And this growth has been such a huge leap. It has taken a lot of effort from everybody in the team. You can see the organization, if you take the number of mentors that we talked about, 68, if you talk about the number of donors we have now, the number of management committee, for example, our management committee earlier was just 3 or 4, now it's about 8 or 9. And the number of students, which we talked about, we started with 2 students in 2005. But 4 or 5 years back, we were just 30, 40 students. And now we are 128. So you can imagine that the entire organization has grown. And one of the things we did, which was different, was we introduced this new concept. When I'm talking about money, this concept called donor mapping. So donor mapping is where every donor who provides money into the foundation is mapped directly to the expenses of a student. It's a little complicated, it's not easy, because sometimes a student would cost, say, 100 rupees and somebody would give 30 rupees. So how do you map? So we need to create multiple donors for one student. Or sometimes somebody would give 130 rupees and a student would cost 100 rupees. So we would have to make him donor map him to 1.5 students. And so these are the things. The other thing is donor mapping was also introduced to encourage annual donations. So that if you're donating for one student, you can continue to donate every year for the lifetime of the student in the foundation. So which means if you start with the student in first year, then you contribute next year for his second year fees, third year fees, etc. till the student passes out. But there are also one-time donors, right? So people who give one time. So how do we map those donors who are one-time donors? So we started this thing where we checked with I must tell you, thank you so much to our Moti Philip, our chartered accountant who has been working with us these last 18 years without charging us 1 pi, pro bono. Thank you so much. And with this guidance, it gave us an option by which we could park funds into what's called specific donation, where if a person is giving, say, 5 lakhs of rupees, but it's a one-time donation, and we want him to we can sponsor the lifetime of a student. Say if a student costs us 1.5 lakhs a year over a period of 3 years, which is about 4.5 lakhs, we could actually park the remaining 3.5 lakhs in a bank and declare it to the government that this is a specific donation, and we only show an expense of the first 1.5 lakhs, and the balance 1.5 lakhs is kept in a separate account in another bank account, and then subsequently disbursed over the next 2 to 3 years. And this amount which is kept aside is not there's a government law which says that all trustee, non-profit organizations like ours have to spend 85% of donations directly towards the purpose of the foundation, which in this case is towards our students. So keeping this in mind, let me just tell you that last year was the year 22-23, the financial year 22-23 was our breakthrough and the best year we had in Sugun Thomas Foundation. We received a net donations of 1 crore, 13 lakhs and 21,900. Out of this, I must single out one specific donor which made this hugely possible is one individual donor called Santosh. He gave us a one-time donation of 23.5 lakhs. It's just an amazing amount. So we have dedicated that fund to about 7 students, out of which has an annual expense of about 10 lakhs. So in last year we have only used 10 lakhs of this year we'll use another 10 lakhs, and then the following year we'll use another 5 lakhs of this for those students. So like that we have one more one of our management committee members, Ravi, is also one of those. He had donated 5 lakhs, and that has been amortized over this period similarly. So out of this 1 crore 13 lakhs that we had, specific donations, which is the amount kept aside for subsequent years, is 15.84 lakhs, which leaves us about 98 lakhs of funds which we received, usable funds which we can use in the financial year 22-23. Out of this 98 lakhs, we spent 95.66 lakhs on students, which is almost, you can see 96-97% of the money which was donated came. Now let me just tell you the other, which we promised to all our donors and to everybody, which we say openly, is there are only all admin costs are taken from only 2 sources. One is our bank interest. We have a corpus of 1.3 crores. Which has been collected over the years, the earlier years. Now we spend almost everything that we have. Before, the government had this 85% you have to use kind of a rule. And we had built over 1.3 crores of corpus fund. This corpus fund gives us an interest of about 5.8 lakhs. And also from our savings account, which we have, we get about 74,000 rupees. So net about 6.5 lakhs we get out of interest. This, apart from this, all donations from trustees and family members of trustees alone are used for admin expenses, which means no fund from any other donor is used towards admin expenses. Admin expenses last year was 8,21,000 and 8,21,000. So out of which, 6.5 lakhs came from the interest and the balance from trustees and trustees' families. I must say that, this kind of a huge donation, I have to mention some of our top donors. The number 1 donor every year for us in corporate donor is Sundaram Fasteners Limited. Thank you very much for continued patronage. Without you, so many children would not be so benefited without your help. As usual, they are our largest contributor, and our second largest contributor last year, which was surprisingly, was from Manoj, Heat and Control. Thank you very much, Manoj, for the last minute, whatever he could do in the on March 30th, he gave us some additional funds which he could somehow scrounge because he knew his company could afford to pay some more. Thank you very much. Other companies of notable mention are Dream Orbit, Finastra Software, and Akshara Trust, Core Competency Consultancy, VSNB Containers, Unify Foundations. These are some of our large corporate donors who have been contributing every year. And also, like a special mention to 1 or 2 of our large individual donors, like I mentioned, Santosh, who was a special individual donor, Ravi Shankar, Ravin Kurian, J. Joseph, Biju Zakaria, Verghese Kunnan. Some of these are some regular individual donors. We actually get 20% of our donations now from individual donors, which is, you can imagine, quite a large amount. Thank you very much. Every small amount is being used for some student for either something, because there are, we are always short of funds. Let me tell you the other way around. We have till now been able to provide only 50% of our students with laptops. So this pending expense always kept aside. If we get any funds, excess funds over and above fees, we're trying to provide laptops to all of our students. So far we've managed only about 60 laptops. All students who pass out give back the laptops, and we give it back. So we some of the last minute funding, like Manoj, the funding you gave us in end of March, that was used for laptops because all the mapping was already done, and there were about 16 laptops which we gave, and which really benefited so many of our students. Thank you so much for that. That kind of sums up most of the financial statement for the previous year. But just a quick update on what has happened over the last few months. We have so far collected about 48.5 lakhs of donations, but we have spent 6.68 lakhs for students already, which is also because some of our donors give towards the second half of the year or towards the end of the financial year. So for the first time, we have actually had to borrow from the corpus funds, take a loan from the corpus funds into the regular funds this year. We have done that. And so far, we have had admin expenses of about 4 lakhs and interest of about 4 lakhs. So that's kind of where we are at this point of time. Hopefully, and reach out to all our donors. Please contribute as soon as you can. And on behalf of our donor head Cherian, he has specifically asked me to pass on the information that yes, and as far as from the treasurer's perspective, that we are in a cash flow crunch because we are obviously down 20 lakhs in cash flow, and please do contribute as soon as you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Those are exemplary reports, which sets the stage for bigger achievements in the future. I now welcome one of our prestigious donors, Mr. Manoj Paul. He represents Heat and Control South Asia Private Limited as an Indian Operation Head and General Manager, India, South Asia. Mr. Sugun Thomas used to work in Heat and Control. Mr. Manoj Paul may not have seen Sugun, but he got involved in STF and its cause. Apart from donating regularly to the STF, he has also employed one of the STF beneficiaries, Kurian Phillips, who like me studied in KCG College of Technology. Currently, Kurian Phillips is working in Heat and Control, Australia. We welcome Manoj Paul to share his thoughts with us.
Everybody, I'm sorry, I want to be visible, so I just moved the mic a little away. Podium is too tall and too short. Okay. First correction is I knew Sugun before he passed away, because we both studied in the same institute called Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, and I had met him at an alumni meet. And in 2005, I heard the sad news. I was traveling in China, and I heard the sad news that Sugun passed away. And then some of my colleagues from the Alumni Association did reach out to Preeti and spoke to her, I understand. Subsequently, I got a call from a gentleman called George, an Australian gentleman, and he said, look, we have a vacancy for a position of general manager of a company called Heat and Control, and would you like to join? I was really surprised and confused, because I didn't know what to do. I went and consulted with my wife, and she said, you decide what you want to do. But a few days later, I got another call from him, and I mentioned to him, look, I knew Sugun, because we studied in the same institute, and we were in the same alumni association. I find it difficult to take up this job. Then at that time, George said, look, he's brought this organization to this level. It's your job now to take it to greater heights. I said, that struck a chord with me. I said, instead of somebody who doesn't know Sugun, why don't you do that job? I said, fine, that's a great thought. So I joined Sugun Thomas, Heat and Control in 2006 as the general manager, and I was the 10th employee of the company. So after some time, I got a call from Preeti, Susan Thomas, who we call as Preeti, and she said we are setting up a foundation and we would like Heat and Control to support. And we wholeheartedly agreed, and we continue to support. I'm proud to say that we are continuing the good work that Sugun did. And from a small company of 10 people, today we have close to about 600 employees. We have 2 manufacturing facilities, one in Chennai and one in Indore, both manufacturing food processing equipment. And we've been doing a lot of work, and last year we crossed 300 crores as turnover. So from a small company which did 4 crores when I joined, today we're doing 300 crores. The initial work was all done by Sugun, all the credit to him, and we just continued the good work. But we were very happy to associate with Sugun Thomas Foundation. So year after year, I have made it a point to come and attend the Sugun Thomas Foundation event and try and contribute what we can do best. What we can do very little. You know, whatever donation they've been saying, I don't think it's a huge thing. It's a very small thing that we are doing, and we would like to do more. And as regards the laptops, I don't know if they will be of any use. I'm sure Varghese can help there because he's from the IT side. We got a lot of laptops that we replace on a regular basis because they have run out of their warranty period. I'm sure they're still good. They are very high-end Dell laptops, which he knows because he used to work as an IT consultant till about 2 years before. Then he said, we have moved to Mahindra, it's too far, and then we stopped working with him. So I think these laptops can be continued to be used. So I'm okay. Varghese can coordinate with Ignatius, our IT head. He knows him too well, longer than me. So we can coordinate with them, make sure these laptops are passed on to the students and they can continue to use them. So what was a sad event was converted into an opportunity to help the underprivileged in the society. I think we all see a lot of people around us. I work with the Rotary Club of Ambattur. We do a lot of work through them. They have a hospital in Ambattur and we support them. So many people talk about, there is problems in Africa, we should help here and there. I say, no, just look around, the people who work for you, your driver, your watchman in your apartment, they all have serious difficulties to educate their children. Here I would like to say, state a small story or an event that I had seen. We had a small workshop next to my apartment, an automobile workshop. And there used to be an old man who used to work there. So one day somebody decided, the owner of the land decided that his workshop is not viable, and he pulled it down and put up an apartment building. Now this gentleman who used to work in the workshop had no place to work. So he used to come to our apartment and repair the cars at the car park. And people in the apartment used to argue with him, you're spilling oil and this and that and all. So I used to tell him, get a plastic sheet and make sure it won't spoil, but continue your work. I don't want your livelihood to be affected. Then one year I saw him, he disappeared. He was not there. I didn't see him for 6 months. Then one day he came to the flat. I said, how are you doing, my friend? What happened to you? He was wearing a t-shirt, jeans and sneakers. I said, what happened to you? Big transformation. He said, sir, I have 2 children. Both of them are IT engineers. Both are in the US. And they said, stop the work, come over to US. And he went to US and he was there for 6 months. So he got bored and he said, no, I'm coming back to Chennai and I will do some work here. So what I'm trying to say here, this is the transformational power of education. Imagine his children, nobody would have thought they would go to US and work because of their education. I think Sugun Thomas Foundation is doing a great job in Control South Asia, will continue to work. I don't consider myself as a guest. I consider to be a part of this foundation. We are from the beginning, and we will continue to support whatever requirements you have. Please talk to us, and we'll be happy, more happy to associate with us. I also had written down a small speech, but I think I went in a different direction after seeing what was going on. We had recruited one of the students from here called Kurian. So I was in an event like this. So during the event, somebody said you can ask questions, and one student stood up and he said, look, I'm a mechanical engineer. Everybody is offering me IT jobs. I don't want to go in that sector. I want to work in mechanical engineering. I said, come tomorrow, we'll hire you. So next day, Korean came up to our office and we had a quick interview. And he was good enough, so we took him on a job. So he started working with us. 5 or 6 years he worked with us in Chennai, and he did such good work. He impressed our colleagues in Australia. And one day he came and told me, look, I'm looking at leaving for higher studies or going abroad. I said, why do you want to go anywhere else? Go to Australia, we'll give you a job there. And I'm very happy to tell you today, he leads a team of 5 Australian engineers. He is the team leader. So, education can completely transform people's lives. And Sugun Thomas Foundation is doing a great job. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all the students, the past, the present of Sugun Thomas Foundation, all the best in their future endeavors. STF has provided you children a great opportunity. Take advantage of this. This is your time. Don't waste even a minute. Take advantage. Score the best you can. And I'm sure life, a lot of opportunities await you in the world. Thank you very much for considering me worthy to be here. Thank you very much, and I look forward to continue to work with Sugun Thomas.
Thank you, sir, for being an exemplary pillar of support for STF. Let us now listen to Sakshi Natarajan ma'am, who heads the mentorship program at STF. Mentorship is like adding flavor to the recipe of personal and professional growth, and the mentors at STF surpass their roles.
Thank you, Priyanka. I just want to say, I'm a teacher, okay? So, as a teacher, I always knew what is the power of my influence. Whether I'm standing here or standing here, I knew I had the power. But being a mentor was a transformative experience for me. And I can tell you why. I can tell you that being a mentor has really made me understand what we are really doing through the channel of education. And awakens that spirit of what can I take it back from them, So that much is the power of being a mentor. Okay, I'm sharing this because we have some mentors here and we have a lot of mentors across the globe who have joined us, some of them perhaps waking up in the middle of the midnight and still being part of the program. So I want to say that it has been an excellent symbiotic relationship where we mutually benefit, grow, and you can see the smiles on all our mentors' faces because we think that we are younger than all our mentees always. Okay? Then, well, at STF currently, as you know the statistics, we are about 126 students and 68 mentors. Little math, ratio of 2 mentors, okay, 2:1. What we wish for is 1:1. So, that's the appeal to all of you here. How can each one of the persons gathered here become mentors so that we are able to offer this as a very, very special program where we have every child having a unique mentorship opportunity with a mentor. Now, why? Simple ABCs which have been working very well with mentors. None of us are qualified, great, we have not done any programs. We don't have any certificates to say that we are mentors. But the simple ABC which is working is availability. Availability be it on a mobile phone call or on a video call or a cup of coffee or an invitation to the home. It has been happening, and I think that is the richness with which our alumni are here beaming great smiles even today. And the second one, I would say the B. B is building bridges and building trust. We are doing a lot, we take a lot of effort, especially with the current generation where after COVID, I think a lot of effort needs to be taken in building relationships. So recent times, we have started as a group of mentors, whoever is available to come on board and just say, we are planning to visit this area. We have a few children here who would like to join us in this home visit. And it's lovely and delightful to say that it is not that somebody is going to visit their mentee, but a child from STF. So that's the kind of relationship which has grown in mentorship, and I'm very grateful for the mentors who stepped in and come along. Nothing works without Shivagami's support, and we are very grateful to see that we are able to continue this great, beautiful relationship with our mentees, with the nudge and the help and support from Shivagami. And C is all the care, communication, commitment, and of course, a lot of compassion. A lot of compassion because today's children, even at home, need a lot of understanding and compassion from our end. So, first, as a mentor, I have to become a child, childlike. Then only I will be able to recognize and support that child in my mentee. So, with that note, I would like to invite those who would like to taste the ABC of the recipe of mentorship. Please do join, and let's together try to convert this mentorship program in STF as a one-on-one relationship which will help the children to grow. I would like to invite my friend Yukti, who has come here from Bangalore, and we've spread our wings to Bangalore. You see, we are delighted to have mentors coming in and joining us, and Yukti will share her journey and how it has been a joyous journey for her as well as a mentor. So thank you, and looking forward to more mentors signing up with STF.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank Team STF Chennai for having us over. I've come over from Bangalore with 3 of our mentees. The Bangalore branch is a fairly recent happening. Though we are all mentors over here, I would like to shed light upon a few pointers. What I would like to say is that the key benefits of mentoring especially is it talks about personalized guidance. In a crowded classroom, individual children just get lost amongst the kids who are doing very well or are well placed, etc. So some of the children just get ignored, and we cannot. They get very overdone. So a mentor can provide a one-on-one attention, tailoring their advice to specific strengths and challenges of each student. And this personalized approach can help make a world of difference to the students. And we as mentors also serve as role models, demonstrating values, ethics, and work ethic. So it is a huge responsibility and a joy too. And again, I would like to say that mentorship is not a one-way street. While the children benefit from us, we too benefit from them by remaining young at heart all the time, by always being updated on what's happening, and the need to update ourselves is always there because every time there's a new generation of mentees coming in, we need to update ourselves. I actually am a trained counselor. I worked at a school for 10 years counseling children. Thereon I started my own practice, and I came upon this opportunity to mentor children. It has been great. 1.5 years that I have been associated with STF. Thanks a lot for the opportunity, not only to Susan but also to Mr. Mervyn Raphael, who introduced me to Susan and STF. And I hope we have many, many years of togetherness and work together. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Tima. We are blessed to have great mentors who guide, direct, and celebrate each one of us here. Now, let me introduce Yasmin. Yasmin's father works as a laborer in a transport company. Her mother is a housewife, and her sister completed a PG recently. Yasmin has won a state-level hackathon and received a reward from Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Siddaramaiah himself. It's time to call upon Yasmin, who is doing her BEC second year at Oxford College of Engineering, Bangalore, to welcome and introduce our illustrious chief guest.
Good evening, everyone. I am elated to introduce our esteemed chief guest for the day, Mr. Arulmani. Mr. D. Arulmani is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Veritas Finance. He has more than 2 decades of experience, most of which is in the financial services industry. He has been part of the Cholamandalam DBS and has been credited with many new initiatives and has driven the company's foray into light commercial vehicles and 3-wheeler finance, among other things. He also initiated the captive DSA model and has the franchisee model, which helped the business to expand over smaller towns and reach around 300 locations. He was a part of the Strategic Innovation Forum at the Muragappa Group and was considered by the group as a successful mentor of the management trainees. Before starting finance, that is Veritas Finance, Mr. Arulmani was associated with Aptus Value Housing Finance as President and CEO. Mr. Arulmani joined Aptus when it was merely an idea and leading from the front. He was an integral part of building the organization to become a formidable player in the affordable housing finance segment. He has been invited to be on the selection board of TUMPME and visits major business schools regularly to lecture the management graduates. Mr. Arulmani has completed his postgraduate program in rural management from IRMA with graduation in a Bachelor of Business Administration (BBA) from Madurai Kamraj University. He has also done his GMP from the University of Michigan. We are indeed very honored to have you amidst us, sir. I now invite our chief guest to address the audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Susan. And good evening, everyone. Actually, Susan called me here and said I have to be the chief guest. I said, what do you want me to do? I said, you come and motivate the students and inspire them. Actually, last 45 minutes sitting here, I'm the one who's getting inspired. It's such a wonderful achievement, such wonderful set of students. Actually, goes to say, what actually the STF has actually done. I'm actually not very surprised because I know Susan as a friend, colleague, earlier 2005, I think, met her in sometime around 1995. I'm a failed management graduate in that sense, if we can say. I passed out of the institute. I actually belong to very poor, not a very poor family. Actually, our parents were not very bad, they're rich, but basically coming from the rural background, right? So I was not exposed to the city life. I am not the typical swashbuckling or a stylish convent-educated guy. So all my education has been in Tamil medium. So I heard many of the students actually lost their fathers or parents, and then they struggled. And I am also one of them. My father passed away in 1980 when I was in the first year of college. He came to the college, admitted me to the college, and he went back, and that was the last I saw him. And I always keep saying he closed his eyes and opened mine. Till then I was actually as bad as I can be. I was not a very good student, and people will laugh at me if I tell today what is my score in plus two. Plus two, I just managed to pass in all subjects. So that's actually the truth. Then I did my PG and then went to IRMA, then came back and then got into the cooperative sector, and I was searching for jobs and I got into a few jobs here, there. Everywhere I actually didn't do really well as I was learning to get into the corporate sector, trying to convince them that I'm actually a good management graduate. Either I didn't do well in the jobs or the companies itself didn't do well. So somewhere after 10 years of running around here, there, I was in a company called Maxworth Architects. The company didn't really do well. So we almost lost the job there. So actually, I know next month if I stay there, I wouldn't get my salary. So one of my friend was working in Cholamandalam, so he said, when you apply? Then I applied, and I attended the interview. Susan took the interview, and then I didn't know what she saw me, saw in me actually. There is nothing good about the entire career. 10 years, MBA, been running around, still a branch manager, and what, I don't know what she saw, and I think she took me there. And as a family, we were struggling. I was married, my son was there, he was about 3 years old then. And in a earlier organization, Maxwell, I had taken a housing loan, and I was struggling to pay that housing loan. Then I joined Cholamandalam, and my colleague actually trained me, motivated me, and then continued. 3 months later, I go to her and said, Susan, she was in HR, so obviously if you have any problem, you go to the HR. So I said, Susan, I have a problem. What? I am not able to pay my housing loan, so I have an EMI because one part is going to the EMI. The remaining part is actually going to the personal loans I had taken to service the margin money of the balance. So 4 lakhs is going to the LIC, and remaining money I am not able to pay, so I have a housing loan. So you have to help me. I said, you just joined, how can we help you? I said, I don't know, but I am struggling every day, it's been a fight, and I don't know how to get that. Okay, I will take it. So what is, okay, can you transfer the loan, can you give the house as the security, then we can take out the entire loan. I said, I can't close the loan, I have to pay this, and so what do you want me to do? I want you to give me a loan without taking the security of the house. I said, I don't even know you. You're only 3 months old in the system, and you won't give the housing. We have a housing loan that is also for people only after 2 years, but you still want it, and you still won't give the house as a collateral. I said, yeah. And they said, okay, I'll do. And all of you said you've been wonderful alumni of STF. All of you said you've been benefited for the benevolence of the foundation. I think I'm the first student, first, I think even before STF was started, without knowing this poor guy, and then she gave you a loan of from the company, obviously, how she managed the boss, how she managed the rules, how she got it, and I still don't know. And then she gave, and then I made about this organization, actually because it's completely a people-oriented organization. So I think we see the organization through people. We don't know people behind, right? So I saw the entire Cholamandalam through Susan's eyes. And then I stayed after searching around for jobs in probably 5-6 organizations in the last 10 years. I think Chola is where I stayed for almost 12 years. And I continued working there. I learned everything there. I grew up whatever it is. And today I think because of what the seeds were sown by Susan. I think it's there in the heart. It is not a foundation. It is a way of actually doing good to the society. I think it is their integral part of Susan, integral part of the family. It runs in actually. And when I hear these success stories of all of you, I think today, fortunately, I think after Cholamandalam I parted ways, and she continued there, and then she went to different ways. I went differently. I worked in a housing finance company. Then I started something on my own. And today, fortunately, I think it is those ethos, those hard work, those business principles that we have is what has seen me deploying them, and then probably bringing out an organization as big as what it is today. Today, we started Veritas in 2015. In 2015, when I started, I put the entire lifetime savings of whatever I had into the company. The company does financial inclusion business. We extend loans to the rural areas. Pretty much what Susan does for searching out people for education loans. We go around, see people who need business loans, who need loans to build their businesses, And starting from 2015, with a small capital of 5 crores from me and my friends and my chairman, ex-chairman, today the company is a 2,000 crore net worth company with a 5,000 crore. We also do have a CSR foundation, and then personally, I think last half an hour sitting here now, this also opens up the ways through which I personally can be associated and give back to what Douglas has been doing. I think I am also the first alumni, right? So I think thanks Susan for I didn't realize, I think till then I had not, and as usual, I think before coming in here, I wasn't even aware of the work that the foundation has done. And though Susan had mentioned to me in the passing, they have been doing this, I didn't see the magnitude of it. I didn't see the impact that you have created. I didn't see the the reach that you have brought. I think to a lot, to the extent possible, I think this first alumni of your foundation, I think we try to contribute what we can, either from the Veritas or from personally. I think we will continue to support the good work that the STF is doing, not because I know Sugun, not because I know Susan, but because of the true cause behind the entire, the purpose behind the, ultimately, I think through education, that's what will build the country. That is what will build what we are. That's what will actually go on to help making us better than what we are. As students, I think I don't have much to say. I think, as I said, I am actually inspired by all of you. So one thing is the life outside. As you educate, as you get educated, as you get in the corporate world, the world can actually be a lot more tougher than what you are, what you expect it to be. I think the only thing that will keep you going is what kept me going. I think the only thing that I have followed, two basic principles in my life. I think one which I think stuck to me like anything when I was teaching my son Sanskrit, when he learned Sanskrit in school. There's two-line sloga that is there. It says, Buddhyamani siddhyanti karyani na manorathai na subdasya shambasya pravishanti mige murga. The meaning is, only the hard work can get you the results. Building castles in the air doesn't get you anywhere. Even if you are the jungle lion, right? Even if you are the lion of the forest, if you want food, you will have to go and hunt. The deer will not come and fall on your mouth. Simple. You may be the lion, right? Even if you are the lion, because, see, normal people, we are all normal people, right? Even if you are the lion, if you have to eat food, you will have to hunt. It does not want to come and sit on your mouth. I said, boss, if this is the rule for the lion, then what are we for lesser mortals, right? And then, from that moment, I think, then there is another Tirukural which actually again changed my life. I think it's a simple two-line Kural. It says, Nedanir, Maravi, Madi, Tuyal Nangam, Kedinira Kamakam. He says, if you have decided to mess up your life, you will get doing these 4 things, right? Nedanir, procrastination. Right? If you have to do it today, please never ever postpone it. Never ever, right? Maravi, I think never forget people who have done good to you, never forget people who actually should understand. Madi, which is Sombedikara. Right? Tuyal, Tukam. Right? All of you know this, right? These are the 4 things you have to forget. This is what will lead you to this. Right? If you ever want to grow in your life, these 4 things, just keep it up. Nedini, Maravi, Madi, Tuyal, Nangam, Kedinira, Kamakara. These are the 2 fundamental principles that I have always kept in the last 15, 20 years that I have been working after the struggle that I have gone through in life. After somewhere, some Susan will come and help you and grow. That's a simple thing, that's all. After that, what you are, what you will become is all what you are going to practice. I am sure this foundation has given the platform to succeed, platform to prosper, platform to grow in your life. See all of you, I think, grow manifold, and all of you go and change the world. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Your presence and words have added a great value to our event. Your words have enriched our gathering, and we are truly appreciative for your time and effort. Your story has made us to realize there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Your humility in acknowledging the benevolence of Sugun Thomas family is the same spirit which prevails in each one of us. Thank you once again. Take back your rich message, value of hard work, and the 4 don'ts which may bring the good future to STF. Thank you, sir.
I now invite Ms. Elizabeth Alexander, mother of Sugun Thomas, to felicitate our chief guest. Mr. Arulmani, please accept this small token of gratitude and appreciation.
Thank you, ma'am, for honoring our chief guest. I request Mr. Arulmani and Ms. Elizabeth to resume their seats. I now invite RPM, who is pursuing her BTech Artificial Intelligence and Data Science 3rd year at Meenakshi Sundarajan Engineering College, Chennai, to render the expression of gratitude. Aarti's father is an electrician and her mother is a homemaker. Her younger brother is pursuing his BTech Artificial and Intelligence and Data Science at KCG College of Technology.
Good evening, everyone. I deem it an honor to render the vote of thanks on the occasion of 18th Annual Day of Sugun Thomas Foundation. We are fortunate and grateful to be present here on this occasion and be inspired by all the motivating messages by the esteemed speakers of the day. I especially thank our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Arulmani, for sharing his powerful words of encouragement and wisdom. Thank you, sir. We extend our gratitude to all our guests for their constant and unstinting support and cooperation. Dear benefactors, we recognize and appreciate your presence and support in lighting up many lives in collaboration with STF. On behalf of all the students of STF, I wish to specially thank all our donors whose support has been invaluable. Dear mentors, you have accompanied us on this journey with much love, care and guidance. You have celebrated our successes and partook in our anxious moments. We appreciate your presence in our journey of growth. Many thanks to each mentor who is present here and all the mentors and guests across the globe who have joined us online today. I can't fail to thank the principals of different institutions who are in our midst today, whose guidance has paved our paths. Special gratitude to the management of Loyola College who have always supported STF by providing us the space for hosting our annual day. I would also like to thank the trustees and management of STF. I especially thank Shivagami ma'am and Shailaja ma'am, without whom we would be far from achieving our dreams. Special thanks to the MCs for their appreciative involvement in steering this program. Thank you all once again. Wish you a safe Diwali.
Thank you is all that it takes to express gratitude infinitely. I once again take the privilege of thanking all the dignitaries, those of you who have come here and those who have connected via YouTube. You are the reason why we have come this far.
May this relationship of excellence and perfection be maintained in the years to come. We rise by lifting others, and this is what Sugun Thomas Foundation does. Until we meet next, it's Priyanka and Abdul Rahman signing off. Thank you and God bless you.